Hello, and welcome everyone to our first review of our first premium tank. Now, that premium tank would be the Hawk 30. I have invested quite a few credits into this thing's crew. As you can see, it is top notch right now. Well, not all the way. There's still a couple more skills here and there, but they're more or less the less important ones. So let's do a very quick overview of the stats. We're not gonna do too much of that, as we know they don't matter as much as you might think. Here we go. Okay, so average damage is 2,503. It is a bit on the low end, but there's nothing we can really do about that. It is made up for by its high spotting. Now, the way I have this tank set up is more for spotting than anything else. As you can see, I have the binocs. I am doing a lot of sitting in bushes while playing this tank, so that really is a plus for me. And to be honest, even if I did not have binocs, I would still have over 445 millimeters of view range because of my crew skills. This thing has 410 base view range. So check this. I have 566 meter view range with binocs equipped, of course. So what that does for me is I can spot. It allows you to spot enemy vehicles closer to the edge of your view range circle. It does not mean you'll be able to spot more than 445 meters. It just means you'll be able to spot them before they get closer to you. So the Hawk 30, it has 187 average penetration on the APCR, 250 on the premium heat shell, and 102, 102 on the HE, which is pretty massive, especially for this tier. And I recommend you like reinvesting credits back into your premium tank, especially if you play it a lot, or even if you're not going to get another premium tank for quite a while. Like me here, this will likely be my go-to for quite a while. Awards, not really anything too special. Oh, 83%. I'm so close to marking it, actually. Want to hear something funny? I actually two-marked the Bulldog, which is really funny because I kind of really don't like this tank. Like, all I'm really doing is running around and shooting and occasionally hitting, but the Bulldog's pretty nice. Anyways, let's get right into a couple of my best replays in this tank. And we are back, guys. We are on Melanovka, which is a great map for spotting if you're a light tank overall. A great TD map, and as long as there aren't too many artilleries, heavy tanks can even have fun on this map as well.
So on this one battle in specific, one had light tank mission number 14. Although we did finish it already, we're coming back to finish the survive part just for that extra 1 day of premium time. Because we're running a little low on credits and premium time and boosters for us period to just boosters without premium time. So we're just gonna run out here to the standard bush, and we do have an artillery. Now, if there's not artillery in the game, there is a high likelihood that you'll die in this bush. That you'll die going to this bush because you won't be able to escape in time if they start blind shooting you. But right away, we do spot the Progetto. This is on the weekend where there was all the rentals. Progetto's actually a pretty nice tank. But anyways, it's not about that. As you can see, there are 2 Progettos in the enemy team. 3, I believe, yes. The Ferdinand just got hit for 470. All well and good. The Progettos are eventually going to realize that it was here, but not yet. There's a 1-2-2 actually crossing. The Ferdinand's actually crossing as well. We're not going to take that shot. It's not worth getting spotted. The 1-2-2, that guy looks like he's 2-marked, I think. Good luck to him. Because that tank, it doesn't seem to be the best. Now, the Progetto's actually staring at us. He hits us once into the track, once for damage, and twice for damage. So, we're really hoping that someone will just come by and hit him, because if that doesn't happen, we're bound to just die in the bush. But luckily for us, Bizante is actually pushing up, so he's going to apply some pressure to them once he gets spotted. And they're going to come back in the open. See that Progetto 46? He is coming back out to blind shoot me, but he actually gets hit in the rear. Once, twice, and 3 times. So now he's not very interested in just pushing out in the open. The 1-2-2 gets hit. The Progetto gets hit yet again. The 1-2-2 also. So now we're almost finished with the mission. We're at 3,300. We're thinking about taking that shot, but again, it's not worth it because the likelihood of our survival is really low, and the mission is our first priority. Now we just want to inch in the bushes just a little bit better, just to make sure that the 122 or the mod 1 that are behind us don't get an angle and spot us. And we're still spotting them, so whenever our guys get some shots, oh look, another Russian tank. He actually 2-marked that thing as well. What's going on here? Invasion. But anyways, the ELC even is somehow still alive. Like, he was doing a lot of trolling around in the middle of the map, just pointlessly. And he was spotted the entire time. So how he's still alive, I don't know. And you can see clearly, with the view range, it's actually at 566 with the binocs active. And that's how we're able to spot these guys, even though they're right at the edge of a view range circle. Without that, I'm sure that we wouldn't be spotting them, as we'd be around 520 with optics. So there we get the spotting assist on the Progetto, some more on the mod 1. The mod 1's taking a beating. The RHM actually gets spotted behind that rock there. We're just racking up the assisting damage. The ISM took a little bit more damage from the artillery. And that artillery is just having the game of its life. The Progetto takes out the 122, the 112, my bad. And the WZ is in the middle. Right now, it's still not even worth taking any shots, just because of how large the chances that we're dying, that we die immediately after getting spotted. There are still a lot of unspotted enemies. The 111 actually gets hit for 300, which is putting us well above what we needed to get to finish the mission. Now it's just more about the survival part. The 1-1 gets hit again, and we're just sitting in the bush, guys. Just sitting in the bush, 5.2 thousand assist, 5.4 thousand assisting damage. The mod 1 gets spotted yet again. These enemies are probably just annoyed out of their minds. Every time they move, they get spotted, and none of them are blind shotting this bush. Someone else actually got some of the assisting damage right there. The 111 is pushing across. Just the same thing as all those other guys. I don't know if he realizes that if they all died, why wouldn't he? But that Progetto's still spotted again by us, even though he's just on the edge of our aiming circle, of a view range. And it only has little cupolas up. Now that guy that blind shot at us is riding out in the open. He'll perish very soon. I don't know what's with the enemies in that area, but they seem to be flocking there. The ELC even is spotted. The SU-130 PMs there, Lorraine's there, so we're defending the base quite nicely. Now the GSR, I actually don't take a shot yet. The Progetto finally gets hit after being spotted all that time, and I notice I'm not getting any assisting damage off the GSOR, so I'm going to likely need to move up, because now these guys are quite out of my hands. The Progetto is still alive for whatever reason. We're rushing in, not truly rushing in, but nearly. And as you can see, if we had the light tank mission number 15 on, because we actually finished 14, but just not with honors. We take our first shot there on the Progetto, and we're still unspotted. We know the RHM's behind that rock, and if we can spot the RHM, that'll just be free assisting damage, a 3,000 life, pushing us well over 5,000, 6,200, 7,200, yes. The RHM's still behind the rock. We know where he is. He hasn't moved at all, else he would have gotten spotted like the Ferdinand and the rest of them. RHM's last known position is still behind that rock. And just when we get a little bit impatient, the RHM springs out. I don't know what inspired him to come out at this point, because he knows he's dying. But he pops out, the artillery actually dies. And now it's just reassisting. It's 500, and then 1,100. So if we had light tank mission number 15 on, we would have got this easy. But we finished that one off with our score being a nice 7,300.
Okay, so this is the second battle. Coincidentally, it's also on Melanovka. Same map, and coincidentally, same spawn. Except this time we're in a tier 10 game, which is even more opportunity. And we have 2 artillery, which is even better than 1 in the case. Well, first of all, if you're spotting as a light tank, artillery is your best friend. Because a lot of times when you spot enemies, there are your teammates that don't have some enemies might not be in their render range and whatnot, but artillery can hit them regardless. And these artillery are tier 9 as well, so they've got the big guns. We go to the same bush, same result. Anyways, KV4, T-54E1, except this time no one shoots, so typical tier 10 stuff. The Hawk 30, I think he spawned into the game a little late, so he was actually going for the same bush, but I got to it a little before him. Object 263. Yet again, we're getting more assisting damage on that Lynx who ran in the front and died like an idiot in the first minute of the game. The Hawk 30 is reconsidering its life choices, and this time, instead of 2 Progettos, there's a Centurion that's going to be mad on me. Now, this guy, luckily artillery hit him, so artillery's actually coming in handy, like I said. He's actually trying to blind shoot me. And I'm just sitting here in the bush. And this is what kind of more or less just usually happens. You get blind shotted to death unless your enemies unless the enemies like miss like this guy. He is gonna hit me this time though. 249. I'm a little scared now. But artillery smacks him for 161. I back up just a little bit. He's still in my window range, and this time he hits the track. And the artillery smacks him for 489. See, at this point, he might as well be scared. But I think the artillery hit the guy in the Hawk 30. And now the Centurion's a little scared. And rightly so. He's been getting hit by artillery all game. Now, 3 hits right into my track, which has been so lucky because those would have killed me by now. I'm not repairing. There's no point. I'm waiting for artillery to hit him once more. He actually gets a pin this time. So I'm like, okay, this is getting ridiculous. But artillery stuns him and scares him away. Actually, no. Yeah, he's still aiming down the bush. He misses once again. I'm getting a little worried that he'll blind shoot me to death this time. But check this. We're actually on light tank mission 15. 7,000 damage. 7,000 combined. We don't necessarily have to shoot a single shell. Now we need for our teammates to kill 2 guys that we've spotted, and that'll be pretty easy seeing that we spotted near everyone right at the beginning of the game there. So now our object 277's pushing in and absorbing damage for no reason really. I can't understand why he'd just do that and throw away half his HP, especially with there being a Jagdpanzer unspotted somewhere. But the FE4 005 takes him out, and we don't get any assisting damage, seeing that he was out of our spotting range for most of his life. Heavy tanks are battling it out up on top of the hill. I'm surprised at that KV4 at the beginning of the game. You'll remember him. He actually crossed and took no damage at all. So now we're a little concerned is that there doesn't seem to be people doing anything. Object 277's upset that we're alive and he's dead. There was really no reason for him to push in and lose all his HP like that, especially since we were winning 6-1. Well, it was 6-0 until he died. So we load up a shot. We're actually planning to hit him, but it's not the guaranteed penetration. He's double bushed now, but we don't know if there's someone else. That object 263's last known position is right behind the rock that the RHM was behind. Yeah, that tortoise is actually getting wrecked at this point. 200 and 300, nearly 400 and 300. He gets hit by another artillery shell yet again. We're up to 3,000 combined. That Super Conqueror is actually out of our view range. We're just going to shoot him. Actually, no, we don't. We get to shoot him later on. That tortoise is spotted yet again. This guy's not having a good time for sure. The STB-1 is spotted. We've never been spotted this entire game, although that really doesn't have anything to do with it. Now there's a Jagdpanzer 100 spotted. The object 263 is spotted as well, but he spotted me. We did get some nice assisting damage off him, and he manages to get the gun depression. I didn't expect him to be able to hit me like that, but he obviously knew what he was doing to a level, and we're very low HP now. 30 HP. We've only got 4,600 combined, which is not nearly enough to get us what we want. So we're rushing in, not all the way rushing in, but rushing in. Now we spot the Super Conqueror. Auto aim, take a shot. It misses though, but we spotted him, so we're getting this sweet assisting damage. We do spot the GW Tiger as well, and right now we're just farming the assisting damage on these guys. GW Tiger's down. We're getting some assisting damage off him. 6,300, which is rushing in, spotting the Super Conqueror. We've already finished the side part of our mission, and now it's here. We finished the 7,000 combined, and I actually get complacent and get rammed to death. But overall, a great game. 7,800 combined. Really 8,000 combined. A little over 8,400 combined, actually.
We finished our mission. Nothing too good happens after this. FP405 does come around the corner and one-shot this guy, which is great stuff. The game's over. We finished that mission with honors, and now we're gaining up the we're gaining up the orders. We unfortunately did die to that ram, but let's show you the end page.
Okay, so this is the end result page. 8,400, basically 8,500 combined. We make only 83,000 credits since we don't have premium on this battle either. But it doesn't matter since we finished that light tank mission team score. We were actually top by XP, no surprise. The LTTB actually did pretty good himself. Actually, most of the tier 8 tanks are on top by XP. All the top 3 of us are tier 8s, and then the artillery, the leopard, and then the artillery. No surprise, this guy, I don't know what he was doing, but it is what it is. I'm making credits, so I hope you guys have enjoyed. Like, subscribe, don't buy the 122 TM, and I'll see you next time.